So welcome back children. Today we will discuss about the physical and chemical properties of amines. Okay. So physical and chemical properties. First we will discuss about the physical properties. So physical properties of amine. So there are four main physical properties of amine. That is first one, that is a boiling point. Then second one, that is your basicity. Then third one, that is your depends on the electron releasing and electron withdrawing groups. Okay. Then that is your order. Okay. So first order. So generally the lower amines or lower aliphatic amines, these are fishy order. Okay, fish like smell, and that is a smaller amines are gas. Then after that these are liquids, and the higher amines are solids. Okay children. Then boiling point. About the boiling point, that is a primary amine having more boiling point than secondary than tertiary due to hydrogen bond. Presence of more hydrogen bonds in primary than secondary than tertiary. Okay. Then third, basicity. So basicity, you know children, ammonia having one lone pair of electron, you know Lewis base, that the substance having a donable lone pair of electron, the substance or the species having the donable lone pair of electron, that is called Lewis base. So children, ammonia also having a lone pair which can be donable. Okay, so it is a Lewis base. Similarly, amines, it is also a lone pair of electron, donable lone pair of electron, so it is also a base. Okay. Similarly, if you compare between that is your alkyl amine, then ammonia, then aryl amine, that is your aniline, which one is more base or more basic? Okay, which one is more basic? So depending upon these three types, aliphatic amine, ammonia and aromatic amine, that is your aniline. Okay, you know children that R is a electron donating group, Clausen effect. There is no groups in ammonia, but all lone pair can be donable because it is on nitrogen, the small element, that is nitrogen. But phenyl group is electron withdrawing group. So in which case the electron will more easily donate? In this case, so this one is your more basic, then ammonia, then aniline. This is the relationship between basicity. Okay, if you suppose I am writing in the process of electron withdrawing group and electron donating groups. Suppose this is your NH2. Okay, this one is your electron withdrawing group. This one is your NH2. This one is your electron donating group. Electron donating, electron withdrawing. Okay. Which one is more basic? In case of electron withdrawing or in case of electron donating? In case of electron donating, this one is your more basic. This one is your more basic. Okay. So these are all about the properties. Okay. Physical, these are the physical and basicity, that is your chemical properties, one of the fundamental concept of chemical properties of amine, that is your basicity. This is the most important. This relation is also most important. Okay children. Next is your, that is your alkylation. Next important chemical property is your alkylation. So we will start from the alkylation. Okay. So in preparation we will discuss that is your ammonolysis. In ammonolysis, when ammonia is treated with alkyl halide in presence of sodium hydroxide to form different amine, that is your primary, secondary, tertiary and the quaternary salt. Okay. So similarly in alkylation, aniline plus alkyl halide or amine plus alkyl halide, ammonia plus alkyl halide to form a salt. For example, what are the alkylation? When ammonia is react with alkyl halide, it will form, this is your lone pair, that is your RNH3X, already discussed. This one already previous section we have discussed. Okay. Similarly, primary amine plus alkyl halide, all are alkylation. In the section of ammonolysis, we have already discussed this one. Okay, again given in your book, RNH2, that is your X. Okay, N is your plus and X is your minus. Similarly, secondary R2NH plus RX, like this. Okay, like this already this one discussed. Okay, you can continue up to quaternary. Okay, next, these are all about the alkylation. Next, there is your acylation with acid chloride and acid anhydride. Acid chloride and acid anhydride. Children, when amine is treated with acid chloride and or acid anhydride to form amide, okay, to form amide, you see in what is the mechanism of this reaction, and in presence of base, okay, in presence of base. Suppose we will take one example, suppose ethanamine, or you can take propanamine, simple molecule you can take. Okay, if ethanamine in your book given, that is your ethanamine. When ethanamine is treated with acid chloride, that is CH3C double bond OCl, okay, acetic chloride, that is the name is your acetic chloride, in presence of base, then it will form, that is your amide. Okay, what is the mechanism? Then second, acylation. Suppose that is your compound C2H5, okay, and H. I am taking the primary amine in presence of CH3 C double bond O Cl, acid chloride, in presence of base. Okay, you see this one is your more electronegative element, it will be negative, this one will be positive. So reactions mechanism started from oxygen, O negative, C plus. Then if it is C plus, then the lone pair of electron go to the C plus, it will form NC bond. It will form NC bond. Then nitrogen donating the lone pair of electron to form the bond, so nitrogen will be positive. So you see children, C2H5 bond N H, you write this H at the top and this one is at the below, then you join the bond between N and C. Then one is, that is your CH3, okay, then O minus, then Cl. After the formation of this compound, it is an unstable compound. Then what will happen? This negative will be returned back, okay, then this will be negative. Then if it will be returned back, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, what is the valency of carbon? 4, but here 5. Then what will happen in this place? That carbon, that nitrogen, what will happen to nitrogen? That is, it will accept, you see the nitrogen 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if the nitrogen is 1, 2, 3, 4, this hydrogen bond will be accepted by the nitrogen. Nitrogen will be positive because donating the lone pair of electron to carbon. Then this one is your plus. Then this one plus and this one minus. HCl will be removed. HCl will be removed. So what is the product? C2. You see this one. After removing the chlorine, now carbon having the valency 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then after removing the chlorine, taking the electron of carbon, Cl minus H plus HCl. Then what is the product? N. This is your H. Okay. Now single bond. This is C. Now formation of double bond. Now this one is your CH3. Or you can write CH3 here also. Okay. There is already chlorine removed. So you write here CH3. Then what is the byproduct? HCl. Okay, this step is important. This step is important. Okay, children. So this is your amide and this is your HCl. This is the reaction of acid chloride with, that is your amide. Okay. Similarly, this is your with acid chloride. This one is your first bit. This one is your acid chloride. Then we will react with acid anhydride. Acid anhydride. Children, similarly we can take the same example, this one. Okay, with acid anhydride we will take the acetic anhydride CH3 C double bond O C double bond O CH3 or CH3 CO whole 2 O. You see C2H5 bond and H lone pair in presence of, that is your, I am writing in the structural form, then you can easily understand. Okay, C double bond O C double bond O CH3. You see, this is your acetic anhydride. Okay, we are writing na CH3CO whole 2O CH3CO, the repeating part, CH3CO whole 2O. So oxygen can accept any of the bond, minus, this one is your plus, same in that case also. Then what will happen after accepting the electron of that? Then what will happen is that C plus will join with that N. This one is your plus, same. C, this one. It will form C2H5. Now nitrogen having the 1, 2, 3 and 1 bond, 4. Then again same. Okay. C2H5 N. This one is your H. This one is your H. Okay. This one is your C double bond O. Okay. This one is your CH3 and this part in presence of minus O. Then here again what will happen? Nitrogen will accept. This one is your plus nitrogen, na? Then nitrogen will accept the hydrogen H plus. Okay. Then it will go to the this O, CH3COOH, to form CH3COOH. I am writing the this one also I am writing CH3COO minus. Then what will happen? Next step, C2H5 bond, now only H, already hydrogen electron accepted by the nitrogen, this one H plus and CH3CO minus, CH3COH. Okay, then C double bond O, this one is your CH3 plus biproton is your CH3COOH. C, lone pair C plus, this one is your CH3COO minus. So lone pair C plus, then nitrogen will be positive. Then nitrogen, if the more electronegative element will be positive, then it will be accept the bond pair of that is your light atom or that is weak atom. This one is your weak atom, hydrogen. This one it can be accept this bond or this one. Okay, not this CN bond, because CN and the strong bond than NH bond. Okay, then it will H plus and COH, CH3COH will be formed. So this is known as, this one is known as acidic anhydride, and both the process is known as acylation. That is your with acid chloride and with acid anhydride. Then next, carbylamine reaction. Next one is here, carbylamine reaction. Okay, children. So in carbylamine reaction, children, when that is your amine, that is aliphatic amine, that is RNH2, when treated with, that is your chloroform in presence of potassium hydroxide, that is your KOH, in 3 moles of KOH, 3 moles, you have to take 3 moles. So chloroform. So when primary amine is treated with chloroform, what is the formula of chloroform? CHCl3 in presence of 3KOH. Okay, That is in previous class we have discussed, that is your Hoffman bromamide. Like this you can write split that KOH. Okay, you can easily understand this one. KOH. How many chlorine? 3. So 3K, 3 chlorine. What is the byproduct? 3 KCl will be removed. Okay. Then CH2, H, 3H. Okay. Then here 3, total 6H, 3O. That is your 3H2 will remove. You see that these are the byproduct. You write first byproduct. Byproduct is your 3KCl first. Then 3H2O. Then anybody left? Anything left? No. Only R left, N left, and C left. So you write only R, N, C. Alkyl isonitride. So this product will be formed. That is known as carbylamine reaction. This reaction is known as carbylamine reaction. Then next, children, with a nitrous acid. This is already discussed in lesson 1. Nitrous acid, amine with nitrous acid. Okay, that is a NiNO2 in presence of HCl. Okay, with nitrous. If amine is treated with NiNO2 in presence of HCl to form salt. Okay, diazonium salt, that is your Na. You put your 2HCl, so 1 NaCl, the byproduct put 1, that is your NaCl. Then N2, RN2Cl. Then here 2 hydrogen, here 2 oxygen, here 2 hydrogen, means that is your 2H2. That is your 2H2. And RN2Cl. This is a salt. Like in your benzene diazonium chloride, BDC. Okay, same. This is just in aliphatic. Similarly, you can take aniline. Same already discussed in a lesson 1. Okay, that is in a Sandwich reaction. That is also known as a diazotization. Okay, children. That NiNO2 same 2HCl to form. You see, same. HCl you remove NaCl, then NCl. 1 Cl is more. That is your benzene diazonium chloride, N2Cl plus minus plus H2O, 2H2O, H2, H2, O2, 2H2. Okay, so this one is your aliphatic type and aliphatic and this one is your. Okay, children. So these are all about, that is your what is that carbylamine reaction and nitrous acid, with nitrous acid. Then next is your with aryl sulfonyl chloride. With aryl sulfonyl chloride, 51. Only that is your primary and secondary amine can react with aryl sulfonyl chloride due to presence of hydrogen. Okay, aryl sulfonyl chloride. Aryl sulfonyl chloride, that is your formula C6H5SO2Cl. This is also known as Hinsberg reagent. Hinsberg reagent. Okay. When aryl sulfonyl chloride is treated with primary or secondary amine, that is C6H5SO2Cl. C6H5, that is your phenyl, and SO2Cl. Okay, that is your, it is also known as Hinsberg reagent. Okay, children, this is also known as Hinsberg reagent. Okay, so you see, this is your C6H5. C6, this one is your C6H5 S double bond O double bond O Cl. Hinsberg reagent. Okay, plus primary amine we will take, that is your N This one is your N. You can take secondary amine also. This is your R. You can take or CH3. Okay. To form HCl will be removed. Okay. To form the complex S double bond O bond NH plus HCl. Okay, this is known as with aryl sulfonyl chloride. Tertiary do not respond because tertiary do not have hydrogen. Okay, tertiary do not have this hydrogen. R. There is no H. So how will there is a removal of HCl? Okay, so this is your aryl sulfonyl chloride. Then next we will go to the most important of this lesson, that is electrophilic substitution reaction. All lesson having the electrophilic substitution reaction, but for this lesson only because there is two types of two category, controlled and uncontrolled. What do you mean by the controlled and uncontrolled of electrophilic substitution reaction? That is your halogenation, nitration. Okay, you see. Electrophilic substitution reaction. So in electrophilic substitution reaction, first one is given in your book, that is your bromination, and second one is your nitration and sulfonation. Okay, children. So one by one we will go. That is your bromination, that is your halogenation. Bromination is what? Halogenation. Then nitration, you know children, nitration in presence of nitric acid and concentrated sulfuric acid from nitro derivative. Okay, and this is your halo derivative, and next one is sulfonation. Okay, so first bromination. When aniline is treated with bromine, it will form, that is your 2,4,6 tribromoaniline, which is uncontrolled. That is your white PPT. We cannot at one position we cannot attach the bromine. We cannot get the derivative of one position at one position. That is like major and minor product. You see, that is your aniline in presence of bromine. Br2. Okay, 1 1 1 3, then 3 HBr. So you take here total 6 in presence of water. Bromine water. Okay, it will form, that is your bromine 2,4,6 tribromoaniline along with how many HBr? 3. It is a white PPT. Uncontrolled. This is your bromination. This is your first, that is your uncontrolled reaction. So how to control, how to attach only the derivative, means only the substitute at one position. So before going to that bromination, first we have to what to do? Aniline treated with acid anhydride. Okay, children. Then we can control. That is CH3 C double bond O. That is your C double bond O CH3. First we'll with in presence of pyridine. Okay, children. So first we aniline treated with the acid anhydride. Okay. Then it will form one. That is your which one? Intermediate. That is your not stable compound. That is an intermediate adduct. Okay. Then when it is treated with bromine, then we can get the respective product, that is your para-bromoaniline. Okay, children. What is the concept? We'll go to the concept first. Then you see what will happen. First, then second, control reaction. When aniline is treated with, this one is your aniline, treated with acid anhydride. That is CH3 C. I am writing like this for understanding. Double bond O CH3. So what will happen? Same. Okay. This one is your minus. This one is your plus. Here is your lone pair. So what will happen? To form C double bond O, that is your CH3 plus CH3 COO minus. Same, that is your okay. Then here N is positive. Then one H bond will be absorbed by the nitrogen. Then nitrogen will be NH and H plus will go to okay. Same. Then what will happen? That is the compound will be, this compound will be like this. Okay. This is your N H C double bond O CH3 plus CH3 COO. Then this compound will followed by or added by bromine followed by the hydrolysis. Okay. We'll add bromine followed by the hydrolysis. First we add the bromine. If we first add the bromine, then it will form NHC double bond O CH3 okay Br. Okay, it will form Br and the byproduct is your HBr. You write minus HBr. Okay, then followed by the hydrolysis HOX. What will happen? This oxygen will accept the law, that is your bond. Then this one is your plus and this one is your minus. If this one is your again hydrolysis H plus or H minus. If this one is your plus, then it will go to the C plus, or it will go to the C plus. It forms COH bond. Okay. Again this one is your minus. Okay. Then again what will happen? It will return back. It will go to this one carbon. Again it will return back. Return back means carbon having the valency 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Then N having the lone pair here. Okay. N having the lone pair. So lone pair and H, it will form NH2 and this bond will absorb. Okay. You see N, this one is your N. Okay. Then C double bond O, this one is your OH. Now you write single bond O negative. Okay. This one is your CH3, this one is your O, this one is your lone pair and this one is your H. Okay, what will happen? This one will be returned back. More electronegative will be nitrogen. Nitrogen will be accept electron. This one is your negative and this H plus. So what is the product? Aniline. This one is your NH2. You write your bromine. Bromine always you write. Already bromine joined, na? Then this is bromine. Aniline will be formed. And what is this? CH3 C double bond O OH. Acetic acid. CH3 C double bond O OH. Okay. This is known as bromination. You see, again I am understanding you. Aniline, acid and hydride. Negative, positive, joined here. Okay. NH2 here, positive. Then it will accept one, it will be removed one H plus and CH3CO minus, it will be removed. That is CH3COH, acetic acid. Then only this compound will be formed. Again you add with bromine, then okay, para derivative will be formed. This one is a para derivative. But this is, we have to form the para bromo aniline. Our target is to form para bromo aniline. That is a controlled reaction. Okay, para bromo aniline. But it is not a para bromo aniline. So what will happen? Then you hydrolysis H plus and OH minus. Simple. Oxygen negative will accept the bond. C will be positive. If it is positive, then OH minus Hydrolysis means H plus and OH ions. OH will attach to the carbon to form COH bond. Okay. Then what will happen? Again that negative will be returned back because nitrogen having now shortage of, it will accept that bond due to presence of H plus. Due to presence of H plus, nitrogen will accept the bond because nitrogen is more electronegative than carbon. Then nitrogen will join with the hydrogen. It will form the NH2. Okay. You see here. And Bi is already present. Then it will remove CH3C double bond of OH. Okay, children. This is your bromination. Then we'll next is your nitration. We'll discuss about the nitration. Okay, correct. Uncontrolled, controlled. Okay. Okay. Look, this is very much important. Control and uncontrolled. Okay. This one and nitration. Nitration also having control and uncontrolled. You go through both the reaction of electrophilic substitution, reaction of amine. These are two important, very much important. Okay, Heisenberg, Hinsberg reagent. Why the tertiary amine do not treated with a Hinsberg due to absence of hydrogen. Okay, on nitrogen. So there is no formation of HCl. Hinsberg, there is a C6H5SO2Cl. You remember all the formula like this. Okay. Then next one is your nitration. Second bit of electrophilic substitution reaction. Second bit, nitration. So children, in a previous section, that is in all the lessons having the electrophilic substitution reaction, that when nitric acid is treated with sulfuric, nitric acid is treated with aniline in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, then it will form, that is your nitro derivatives. But children, you know that aniline is a orthopara directing group because having the lone pair of nitrogen, so it having the 5 resonating structures. So it should be form the ortho derivatives and para derivatives. Para derivatives having the major product and ortho derivatives having the minor products due to the symmetry of para. It easily fits in a crystal lattice, that is para derivatives, because due to the symmetrical structure. So first we'll do that one, that is your uncontrolled, then controlled. First one is your uncontrolled. So children, when aniline is treated with concentrated nitric acid in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, what will the product, you know children? Okay, this is your aniline in presence of, we can write HNO2, that is your nitric acid, NO3, HNO3 in presence of concentrated sulfuric acid. Okay, to form, this is your para derivative. Not one product will form. Mixing of product, that is known as also known as uncontrolled reaction. NH2 ortho derivative. This one is important. Along with ortho and para derivatives, meta derivatives also form. This one is most 100% chance in this year. You will get the question why the nitration of aniline will obtain the meta derivative also. Meta derivative. You see children, this is the important, because concentrated nitric acid with aniline form anilinium ion. Anilinium ion. This is your anilinium ion, which is a meta directing group. Okay. So NO2 will attack at meta. Okay. What is the answer? In presence of concentrated nitric acid, aniline, when treated with concentrated nitric acid to form anilinium ion, which is a meta directing group, also it will form meta derivatives. So what are the percentage? 51, 47, 2. 51, 47. Meta is 47 and this one is your 2%. Okay, you see the peculiarity of the meta derivative. How much? Means just after the major product, nitro, due to formation of anilinium ion. Okay. So next, this one is your uncontrolled because there is how to separate. There is three types of product: ortho, meta, para. Ortho, meta, and para. Okay. So now we will do the controlled reaction. Same process. Again, we will treat it with that is your same acetic anhydride. That is a CH3COOH. Then again, you followed by the hydrolysis, then nitration, then followed by the hydrolysis. We will get that. That is your para. Okay, para nitro aniline. So same you can now you can if that before one is in your doubt, then you can easily understand controlled. Second one is your controlled. Yes. Both having same mechanism. Okay, children. You first you take the aniline. This is your aniline plus what will treated with controlled acetic anhydride CH3 C double bond O C double bond O CH3. Okay, any bond it can be accept negative, positive. Here is your lone pair. Then it will join with the carbon. Then what is the product? Again, this is your minus. Okay, that is your H2U right here, this side. Okay. C double bond O CH3. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one here positive. Then what will happen? Out of these two H, I am writing here. One bond will be accepted by the nitrogen because nitrogen is now positive. Then it will be H plus. So that what is the byproduct form? CH3CO minus. Then it will that H plus and O minus will form CH3COH. Then next step is here. And H C double bond O CH3. Okay, you remove here minus CH3CO. It will be better. Okay, then only this one, the product. Okay, NH C double bond O CH. Then hydrolysis followed by the hydrolysis. Okay, what will happen? This one will accept the bond negative, positive. You join OH here. First, you one step will do. Okay. Then you can understand. This one N, this one H, lone pair here. Then C, O minus. This is your OH. This is your CH3. In our hand, there is H plus. Okay. Then what will happen? This H plus will attach here. Okay, to form NH. I am writing one reaction for understanding of one step. This is your H, this is your H. Now nitrogen is positive. Now nitrogen is positive. Then C is your oxygen, OH, and CH3. Okay. Then what will happen? It accepts the bond. It forms double. This is the interesting. It will accept the bond because nitrogen is more electronegative. Then it will you write here. You write that is the nitration. Before this step, you do the nitration. Okay. After formation of this, you do the nitration. After forming that is after treated this one, then it will form NO2 also, na? Like bromination. Also the nitration. Okay. You do this one. Then what will happen? It will form NH2, this one. This will form C double bond O. Okay. So what is the product? This is your paranitro aniline plus CH3 COOH. Okay, children. So you practice this two, that is your nitration and halogenation. Then you can understand, you write. Always you practice. Writing practice is will give you understand. Okay. Don't read. Write mechanism. You write. Okay. 3-4 times. Okay. Then sulfonation. Children, you know when sulfonation, when sulfuric acid is treated with aniline. Okay. When sulfuric acid, there is a sulfonation, then the third hit. When sulfuric acid H2SO4 is treated with aniline to form ammonium hydrogen sulfate, then heat, then form sulfonic, then benzene, NH2, aniline, sulfoaniline. That is one type of, there is one deuterium formation of deuterium, that is the molecule having both the charges. That is known as deuterium. Okay, children, when first you treated that H2SO4, okay, H2SO4, H plus, HSO4 minus. Aniline, this is your aniline in presence of H2SO4, okay, or you can write like this, H2SO4, H plus, HSO4 minus. Okay, you see, why I am writing like this, you can easily understand. Then it will form H plus and N lone pair, NH3 plus, NH3 plus and HSO4 minus. You write here HSO4 minus or O4SH, O4SH or HSO4. This is minus. This is a salt. This is a salt plus minus. Then after the formation of this, you hit. Only you hit, then it will form. It is unstable. This one is unstable. After hitting the compound, then it will form NH2 and SO3H. NH2 and SO3H. Okay. Then you see there is one formation of rearrangement. That is, or you can H plus will go to the NH2. There is a due to the presence of lone pair. Okay. Double arrow. This is your double arrow. This to this or this. This is your lone pair. This H plus, this H bond will absorb by the salt. You see, again H plus go to the NH2 to form NH3 plus aniline. Okay, and this one is your SO3. This is known as, this one is known as deuterium. This one is known as deuterium. So these are all about, that is your sulfonation. Okay. Then all about the lesson amine. Then that BDC version already deleted from in this year by the CBSE. That is BDC is benzene diazenyl chloride. So we'll you go through the video explanation. You can, if any doubt, you can ask me. Okay, you can directly phone call or you share. Then there is a doubt in my WhatsApp number. Okay, children. Thank you.